I want to focus on three things. Firstly, our achievements over the past year. Secondly, I'd like to touch on the financial situation. And lastly, and most importantly, I'd like to ask you to think about what you can offer to make Westminster a truly living city. A city where families can thrive, businesses are successful, and visitors enjoy the best on offer in London. It doesn't seem 10 minutes ago that I was standing here telling you of our plans to help the city recover, relieve extreme overcrowding, improve education, and expand our family recovery project. I'm pleased to say that in the past year we've done all of these things. We've supported over 4,000 individuals and 2,000 businesses through recession. We've surpassed our target to rehouse the most overcrowded families in the borough and have agreed a plot to improve education in our secondary schools, offering each of our secondary heads £60,000 to help them do this. And family recovery is showing real results, lifting our most vulnerable and problematic families out of dependency and into work, helping parents to parent, and giving children the stability they need to learn and contribute to society. And we will continue our relentless drive to improve the lives of our residents through our Living City programme, improving and increasing housing supply in the city, driving up the standard of education in our schools, and bringing stability to the chaotic lives of our most dysfunctional families. All of these things remain high on our agenda, as do the public realm improvements that we have committed to over £170 million over the next 5 years. Leicester Square, Piccadilly, Mount Street, Exhibition Road. These will help London beat its global competitors both economically and as a tourist attraction. But we have to be realistic. Current levels of spending are not sustainable. Our income is significantly reduced from parking, from interest rates, and from the government. So whilst we have unprecedented growth in demand for services, for homes, for social services and for job support, there is no growth in the public centre finances, indeed the opposite, and there won't be for a considerable time to come. So we have to find a way of doing things differently or not doing them at all. And this is where you come in. I need you to help, all of you. Since 2008, our Living City programme has been about encouraging a sense of personal responsibility within our families, where the state takes responsibility for the small minority who have very complex needs and supports communities to help themselves and each other. And that's what we now need to do. It's no longer a nice to have. I'm inviting each and every one of you, captain of industry or community leader, to join in the Living City conversation that I'm starting tonight. I want you to tell us what you can do to support your neighbours, help your local sports club and improve your local area. Like Isola Ake, who saw that young people needed something to do so they wouldn't slide into a life of crime. He set up the All Stars Boxing Club many years ago, and it's now turning out the boxing stars of the future, helped by an army of committed volunteers. Like David Hogarth, who gives his time helping older residents to get out and about, doing shopping and arranging visits, amongst a great many other things. Like Alice Bailey, who organised a support group for people at risk of depression, with no funding and little help, just goodwill and her own time. And Elizabeth Virgo, who volunteers at the Archive Centre, spends her weekends advising young people who have been arrested, and organises boxing classes and cricket lessons for the children in Little Venice. And there are hundreds of others. Many of you are here tonight, like the one and only John Zammit, who has single-handedly been Bayswater's answer to the big society for quite some time. I want to know how we encourage more of you to get involved, as did Isola, David, Alice and Elizabeth. I want to know what Westminster City Council can do to make it easier for you to run your own groups and services. We need to forge a new relationship between state and citizen that starts here today with our Living City conversation. Over the course of the summer, we'll be talking to you about what that relationship looks like. We will analyse, report and act upon what you tell us. And I want to be standing here next year and to be able to point out to at least 50 Living City projects that have been initiated by you and supported by us, with over 100 by the time of the Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, please contribute. We need your energy, your expertise and your leadership. It's undoubtedly going to be tough, but together we can make this city better, a thriving society where each of us is judged not by what we have, but by what we contribute. Thank you.